Our lesson for today will be looking at chemistry 1502. The topic for today will be looking at isomers. The subtopic is stereoisomers. Specifically, we'll be looking at geometrical isomers. Lesson 102, let us start. Lesson 101, we've looked at the introduction of the stereoisomers, which was conformational isomer. It is very important to watch that lesson before you can proceed with this one. In our lesson, we will be looking at a geometrical isomer, and it is very important to know that geometrical isomer, it comes from configurational isomer. Configurational isomers, they are from stereoisomers. So under configurational isomers, we have a geometrical, isomers, and optical isomers. Actually, a tree of isomers is very big. As you can see, it branches after each and every branch. So we have isomers, we have constitutional isomers and spatial isomers. Under spatial isomers, we have conformational isomers and configurational isomers. And then we are done with the conformational isomers. Now we are busy with configurational isomers. Under configurational isomers, we have geometrical isomers and optical isomers. So in this lesson, we'll focus mainly on geometrical isomers. Now, in the previous lesson video, we've talked about the conformational isomers. To say, in order to get one isomer, we have to convert the structure to form another isomer. And since we're still under the spatial isomers, it means we are still dealing with those structures with the same molecular formula and the same connectivity. But in this case, the geometrical isomer, we cannot convert one structure to form the other, to form the isomer. That is the main difference. So you should know that in the configurational isomers, we cannot convert from one isomer to other isomers by rotation about bonds, unlike the conformational isomer. The only way we can form isomers, we can only convert from one isomer to other isomers via bond breaking. So breaking bonds will actually form the new isomers under configurational isomers. Now specifically, we'll be looking at geometrical isomers. So to make this understandable, both of these isomers will not be using the rotation about the bond, the carbon-carbon bond, like the conformational isomer. The general rule for configurational isomers is that we are going to form isomers through bond breaking, not through bond rotation. So let us start with geometrical isomer. That is why I'm saying it's a branch. You just have to understand. To explain geometrical isomer in simple terms and in detail, you should know that geometrical isomers are isomers that have the same molecular formula, the same bond connectivity, but the atoms are in different non-equivalent positions to one another. And geometrical isomer, they only exist when we have double bond and in cyclic compounds. Remember the double bonds, the alkenes. Whenever we have the alkenes, just know that we are talking about the double bond. So the geometrical isomers, they exist when you have double bond and cyclic compounds. Let us actually look at the examples. We know that but2-ene has double bond, and this number represents the position of the double bond. So a simple structure of butene is this structure. And the molecular formula would be C4H8. So how do we represent the geometrical isomer of but2-ene? Remember that we said we need to have this in order for the geometrical isomers to exist. Converting this to line structures, we know that we are going to have something like this. And then we know that when you analyze this, we have hydrogen atoms here. And then this one, it's actually a methyl. It's this part. And this part is this part. So this carbon and this carbon, the locations are actually here. We have carbon here and carbon here. Then this hydrogen is this one. This hydrogen is this one. I hope you can see. But I believe by now you have watched the lessons whereby we look at different structures, how to represent these structures. Now what happens if we can actually draw it in this manner? The moment we draw it like this, it simply means that our hydrogens are here. Then by now you should have went through the lesson series of cis and trans or E and Z nomenclature, cis and trans isomers, and Z and E and Z nomenclature. So in this case we can see that the major groups are on different sides. And then here the major groups are on the same side. So we know that the moment we have the major groups on the same side, we have the cis to butene. Or we can say it's the Z but to ene. And then the one whereby we have major sides, major groups, different sides, we have trans to butene or E but to E. When we quickly look at another example, suppose we have this cyclic compound and then it has chlorine attached to it and another chlorine attached to it. We know that this solid line, it simply means that these chlorine atoms are actually towards the screen or towards you. And since both of them they are towards you, we can say these are trans. But then let's say we want to look at the isomer of this, which will definitely be a cis. Remember, the major groups should not be on the same side, so this will be a cis. So you can conclude that the moment we talk about cis and trans, E and Z, just think about geometrical isomers under stereoisomers. Or we can put it in a proper manner. Stereoisomers, under stereoisomers we have configurational isomers. Under configurational isomers we have geometrical isomers. In the next lesson video, we'll be looking at the optical isomers. That's it for this lesson video. This is Wahula SJ. Thank you very much.